I was the tail end Charlie, the last guy. The section commander was looking at me. He was a young lad, bright, engaging and determined. We'd been intercepting the Taliban's radio comms and knew they'd been tracking us for more than 2 hours now. "Are you pushing through it?" I asked him. "Roger, boss. What do you reckon?" "I'm happy if you're happy," I lied. There was no real way of bypassing this compound without getting into further trouble. We knew the enemy was very likely to be inside. In this crazy fucking war, we were about to advance across open ground, no doubt containing IEDs, towards a murder hole in a compound that was almost definitely going to fire on us. We'd been patrolling out twice a day, every day, for 4 months now, trying to create space for peace to take hold, and every day the Taliban had told us to go away, in their own inimitable style, with their AK-47s. I heard retching and saw the young soldier at the front of the patrol bent over his Valon metal detector, throwing up. I scrambled along the ditch, winked at the section commander on my way past, and scuttled in next to the lad at the front. His puke was just bile, no food. It was fear. "You all right, bud?" I asked him. "Yeah," he replied. He can't have been more than 18 or 19, but had been patrolling for the last 4 hours not with his weapon looking for the enemy, but with a metal detector looking for IEDs buried in the ground. We had stopped a few times while he had fingered a suspicious mound of dirt to see what lay beneath. He had risked injury, if not death, every single day of his tour. We'd had a good patrol, despite being heavily dicked, followed around by young men on motorbikes who were reporting our movements back to the Taliban. By being careful and taking it slowly and methodically, we'd avoided contact thus far, but patrols always got hit in this area eventually. It was a question of when, not if. The Taliban knew you had to return to your PB, and they usually left a present for you on your way back in. I looked back at the patrol. They were all quiet, sucking on camelbacks. As they gazed at me, I thought some of them looked like pandas, the dust on their faces interrupted only by the sweat around their eyes. Salt had crystallized on their cheeks, yet their eyes were wired. They knew what was coming as well as I did. "Give me the Valon," I said to the lead man. I don't know why. I didn't even know how to switch it on. "No, boss. I'm fine," he said. In his eyes I saw nerves, but also a steely determination. I wasn't going to get that Valon off him. "We'll advance together, side by side, and I'll put shots into that murder hole the moment he opens up," I said. We both knew that, being at the front, there was a strong chance we'd be dead before I heard or saw anything. "Sounds like a plan," he replied, wiping his mouth. "Let's get this done," I said quietly to the patrol commander. We all stepped out of the ditch together, advancing on the compound very slowly. As promised, I kept my weapon up and trained on the murder hole, waiting for it to flash. It was hard to breathe. I thought I saw the curtain behind the murder hole move and felt bile in the back of my throat. It was just the wind, I decided. Another step, then another. Whack, whack, whack! That was incoming 7.62 rifle fire. I kept scanning. Someone to the right of me returned fire. I couldn't see the flash, but I could see the curtain moving rhythmically. He was in there. I fired 6 shots, fast and deliberate, into the murder hole, and then took a knee. The firing stopped. The patrol froze where we were, in the open. We couldn't break left or right for the IED threat. We couldn't rush the firing point for the same reason. We really couldn't see the firing point properly, so had no idea if he was dead. It was fucking frustrating. In the sudden quiet, I could hear my own breathing. I looked at the Valon man in the prone position on his front. He stared back at me. I should have been lying on the floor too, but I couldn't see anything from down there, and in this lethal game of cat and mouse, I smelled blood. I wanted him to take another shot and expose himself. Turning my head to the right, I caught the patrol commander's eye and gestured to indicate that we should go around the left-hand side of the compound and head straight up to our base. The gesture wasn't in any manual, and I got a puzzled stare in return. Giving up, I called over to him. "Don't go in there," I said. "I reckon it's riddled." The Taliban's tactics were nothing if not cunning.